Welcome back to another video. This is behind the scenes of the custom Normand hot rod. So it was converted to a ute. I used my jeweler saw to cut that out and cut the front fenders as well. And then I decided to chop it, so then it turned into a nice hot rod from a station wagon. Just grabbing all the plans and putting all the pieces together. Here, I don't know how far I want it in front, but I do want a blower engine. That's definitely something I want. And I would like to use the front bumper. You can see how clean that cuts came out. I want to have, so this is behind the scenes. Cut the roof out actually, which was took some time because with the judo saw you need to be very careful. And I did cut my finger with the judo saw, so that is a do not do at all. Cut yourself with a jeweler saw because it's extremely painful and it bleeds for 2 days. So mine did bleed for 1.5 days before stopping, but the pain with that blade was extremely sore. I will not lie. So please don't ever get cut with a jeweler saw. And I'm just using a file and file down the edges as well. I have having the rear tailgate open parts as well, and then the custom chassis, the complete custom chassis. This diecast actually is not a Hot Wheels, not a Matchbox, not a Mini GTs, nothing, no major. It's actually a ZQ diecast. I've loved the ZQ diecast. They come in a 6-pack for $129.99, which is not bad. They got a super cool wide body VW bus, which is like the most insane, and they got multiple number of vehicles as well, which is very nice. They got a Beetle, they got a number of Chevys. I like the Chevelle SS because I did a custom on that one as well. This is just a fitment, and make sure those wheels are perfect before you're doing anything. It's a roller, it needs to roll. Most definitely needs to roll. And I'm actually using this pure iron wire that I actually used a drill to straighten it. I actually got that drill so tight when I released that it's like a spring, so it shot me back in my leg. I didn't get injured, but it was quite painful. And this glue, I'm just using quick set glue. I will go around with the epoxy putty to make sure everything is strong. The wheels are from a majorette, yellow majorette Camaro SS, and I really wanted these wheels to be on my custom hot rod Ford pickup, but unfortunately, I had the rubber wheels, premium wheels for that car. I'm also using for the headers of the engine, I'm using the copper wires because it's easier to twist. And the blower engine, I've had a blower engine for quite some time. I actually made 4 blower engines out of wood, and they're still lasting. So I think I do want to make new engines. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm gonna stop with the V8s and the V10, V12s, V8s and V12s. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna go maybe better swapping, 4-cylinder turbo. I'm gonna do proper Viper engines and stuff. So for now, we're just cutting off and fitting the tailgate. And I'm also having other customs as well coming up too, like many hot rods, because I want this to match another hot rod. So I'll be building another Chevy hot rod. This one, I don't know why I left the side center of exhaust right there, but so far it's looking okay. This entire process takes quite some time. If you have include in an engine as well, that hand making engines also takes some time. And the safety knife, I actually should get a new safety knife. As you can see, I'm cleaning off the frame rails because I did glue it and it fell down. So this is actually the second half of the video. There's multiple pliers I use. There's no right way to do this, and there's no guide, so you can be free to just do whatever you want to do. Now I'm just marking up the frame rails in front out of iron, and we just do a mark up the two sides. Sometimes the two sides are not what you call this, the same size. In actual fact, they different sizes because sometimes the chassis might be connected to the interior only and may be wonky. So it's not 100%. No custom is 100%. All have the flaws and everything like that. But these wheels, I really love these wheels. So if I can get more major rate wheels, technically major rate cars, then and this glue I'm just using is almost finished. So um, I'm probably gonna have to slow down with this glue. I do have the dust that the glue kit comes with, so it's very nice. But unfortunately, it doesn't like grind off. And maybe it does grind off, and I can't grind it because of my. I've had this small little file for years. I've been using it for years, and currently this room floor is a mess. But this custom will be worth it. Just have little bobs and pieces to use. But this file, as I've said, I've been using it for years, and I have quite a number of projects coming up, like the Ford GT90 Hot Wheels. Um, Basically, on a re-envision into something else. So that will be coming in 2026 February, as well as BMW Series 1 SUV. So just trying my luck in different things as well. And I don't know why I just put the camera here and just said no, let me just do it. I don't actually have a tripod stand. Probably have to work on that, definitely. A tripod stand I need to work on, and also work on which customs to actually finish off. Because sometimes I will start a project I haven't finished off, and it's not nice, honestly. Because some people may be wondering where is everything. Yeah, I'll just scrap it because it's really not worth keeping at this point. Some I keep, some I don't. And I hate when the glue sticks to your fingers and you already got a part you custom handmade. It's quite frustrating. That's where I take out the safety blade and I cut my skin to save the product that I have, or the piece I have made. Which it sounds crazy, you can make it again, but when that piece takes so long to make, yeah, quite interesting. I think I got a bad cough. So far that the rear wheel, once you get the rear wheels on any custom, you can get the front wheels because, let's say if it's steering, it makes it easier. But if you just do steering in first, how are you gonna make the rear wheels? Just make sure it all spins and stuff. The rear chassis is actually not straight, but the axle is. So I'm happy about the axle. The chassis not so much. Once I put this putty and the epoxy in, it's gonna be extremely strong. But I'll be an idiot and do it after I've painted the car. But sometimes it actually looks very good, honestly. And I've actually dropped some pieces last night. So I have to go now and move my entire bed and try and find that stuff. Oops. This is just behind the scenes of actually how long that it takes. So it's the front chassis and the front steering that takes so long. And it doesn't even take 10 15 minutes. It takes longer because it takes longer because I did cut some scenes and stuff. So I just fitted that fender to just see how everything works and how everything looks. It's not gonna be permanently like that. For the time being, it will look somewhat like that, just for the time being. So I'm just cleaning up some plastic pieces for the rear bumper. Plastic bumper, which I don't think I'm gonna use because unfortunately I've not cut it enough. And because I have not cut it enough, it's not gonna allow me to do that stuff. Which is okay, I get it. I definitely get it. But as long as the tailgate, like I was worried about the tailgate. It's not something anyone should be worried about, but I was worried about the tailgate not being too strong. And under my surprise, it is quite strong, to say the least. Very strong. Um, he's working on different other things as well. I know the red that was painted on the bumper is still there, and it's still gonna be there because I'm going to spray over it. I'll file it down and make sure it's smooth. And now we're working on the steering. The steering, I actually use large paper clips instead of the small paper clips. The small paper clips, they always bend. Uh, Especially in the packaging, it's always bent. But at least the big one, they are quite strong. They are very, very strong. Which is nice to know. So there's many pieces that needs to be filed down. There's many pieces that need to. I believe it takes about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It takes about 10 pieces to make front steering, and I've done 7, 9. It's about 9 years doing steering. I haven't. I only mastered the hot rod scene and the drift scene. I've not mastered the decent scene with the steering. I don't know how I'm about to do that part, but this steering is my entire custom work. I have done this entire custom work by myself. No one helped me. I mean, I just one day just started. I remember, I think it was 2016. I remember I did buy a Hot Wheels Ford Mustang Shelby, a Dodge Charger, a 69 Hot Wheels, and it was in blue. I think you guys might know it. It had this like number on it, and also this Jaguar prototype, the orange one, the first edition one, and I bought it, and I don't know why I bought it, but then I cut the front of the Jaguar, and I started making my own steering, and that engine. What engine did I use? I think I know what engine. It was no, it was Ferrari. Ferrari, if I can even, I don't know what Ferrari engine it was, but of a Maestro 143 scale, actually. So where I came to 2D stealing 2D engines from other cars. I physically custom made engines out of popsicle sticks, plastic, and iron. So now I'm going into more detail with the entire custom scene of engines. I don't know when I'm gonna actually end up doing that. Maybe one of the days. I mean, it's Friday today. So I might put this video out next Friday, and then probably next week we can go through the engines. But as you can see, I'm make sure everything is decent and straight. I try not to waste material, so I do two pieces using one piece. I clip it, I file it, I glue it, and then when it comes to the gluing part, I then decide to use what is this, cotton, and I wrap it around all the joints and I glue it, because for some reason when you put super glue on clothes, it's really strong, it doesn't break. I can stand on my steering and nothing will happen. The front only, the main section will bend, but where the tire gets to and the steering mechanism left and right, it doesn't break. So I don't know how I came upon that. Right now I'm using a small little bit to drill into the front of the block, so I can have my intake from the radiator to the engine and from the engine to the radiator, back and forth. And this is just a ute. So this used to be a fully functional wagon. I'd like cut it, hacked it, and I decided no, ute, hot rod. And I did see last time I went to a classic car show market that those stalls that live there do have a Silverado, a old Hot Wheels Silverado, a yellow one. So that was probably the next one I'm gonna make of a hot rod. I hope it's still there. Actually, it will still be there because the roof is crushed and nobody wants it, and it's 30 rand. It's a bit steep for a damaged vehicle, but I don't want to open my um one that I literally bought 8 rand for their Hot Wheels. So the blue Silverado. So, and I'm also think I'm gonna do a tribute build as well on that Silverado. So I probably think next week I might go, because it's a tribute build for another build on YouTube, but 5 years ago that this guy built it. And I was so inspired, but I just couldn't find any Chevy to match that one. And I'm still looking for a Ford F 150 1977 version. So if anybody knows anything, I will trade you anything. I will buy it off you, because even if you have two, please can I buy it, because I've been looking for that forever as a hauler vehicle for the Unicorn Ken Block Mustang. And then I also need it now for the Hunter-Pegasus version of my stuff. So this steering actually does take quite some time. And a lot of glue. The glue is not wasted, but the glue is needed. Definitely needed. I can't lie, because the problem I do run into is when I finish the glue and I don't say anything. And I have myself wondering, what happened to the glue? I do use kitchen scissors. I'm not allowed to use the kitchen scissors, but I somehow use the kitchen scissors, which is gets me in a lot of trouble. I need to buy my own scissors. I just can't find the decent enough to go out and buy it. But that is it so far. The tailgate moves, the rear wheels move, full steering. And I love how I just cut the bumper in 3 pieces And this is the car I actually started with. It's supposed to be this uh, wagon type of deal, but it took an unnecessary turn. I pulled out my jeweler saw and I started cutting, and this is what happened. I mean, I wanted to use those wheels, so many wheels, different choices of wheels. These were old wheels actually. And I stuck on these Maestro wheels. It was the previous Hellcat engine that was in the car, so I decided, no, this is not gonna work. I need something better. So the first order of business was to cut a ute first, and then cut the other stuff. I could have used this blower engine, but it just seemed that I used the more aggressive blower engine I made. And the rear totally gone. This is what it used to look like. And I believe it's a ZQ diecast. It's supposed to have these Maestro wheels. It's supposed to be a nice decent drag car. But I just ran into a little problem where I didn't really want to go through that entire issue. So this is the car that I literally glued together with those wheels and decided, no, this is not gonna work.